Hail, everybody. We are live. Okay. Y'all talk me into this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get this cracking. Some things to talk about. About to play our song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Little something. It's time to go into free agency, baby. Our picks. So, and I got to make some predictions, y'all. It's early in the game. You know, of course, I have us winning the East. It's good to see that we getting respect put on our name, WFT or whatever, the football team. We still the Redskins. We're going to always be the Redskins. Shout out to everybody out there. Okay? What's up, family? Okay? There's many things to be happy about with us right now. You know, we haven't broken the bank for anybody. Some people got paid, though. I love the William Jackson III signing as a corner. Love it. Love it. You put him with Fuller. Moreland is an up-and-coming cornerback still. We got 3 solid corners. So, you know, Danny Johnson kind of re-signed. Offensively, we got Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now with Curtis Samuel, who is speed. Terry McLaurin is fast. Antonio Gibson is fast. You have 3-4-3 players on your offense. I look for Scott Turner to make many creative plays drawn up for them. You know, Curtis Samuel can also line up in the backfield. You got McKissick. So I'm going to just give y'all a scenario of you got Ryan Fitzpatrick in the shotgun with Gibson back there and McKissick. McKissick goes in motion. You have Curtis Samuel wide. You have McLaurin wide. You have Logan Thomas split from the line. You pull McKissick or Gibson from the backfield. Put them in motion. And even if you do jets, fake jets, with Curtis Samuel, how you going to stop that? Okay? How's that really just going to be contained all like that? All right? The speed of these players alone, those 3 that I mentioned, is going to have us be explosive. All right? We already know we are a defensive team. But now when you have a downfield passer like Fitzpatrick, and it's not like I'm expecting Fitzpatrick to have a 3 touchdown to 1 interception ratio. That would be cool. I'm kind of more like 2.5 to 1. You know, I expect Fitzpatrick to probably be a 4,000-yard passer, which if you do well, we got 17 games now. Okay. But I expect him to be a 4,000-yard passer. I expect us to continue to build that line. That's interesting that no tackle was signed yet. So you have Sadiq Charles coming off injury. And Cornelius Lucas had a good year. I can't really fault Lucas. It just the perception of Lucas is, well, he's not Trent Williams. But who is? Nobody's the silverback, you know. But he was solid. Okay. And you have Kyle Allen returning. You also have Taylor Heineke, okay, the people's quarterback, our quarterback. Many of us as a fan base look for Taylor Heineke at some point to possibly get in there, and then the legend begins. All right. I think we are good. I'm loving our free agency. Okay. you have to say we are a better team today than we were before free agency. You have to say we upgraded at quarterback in terms of Alex Smith or Ryan Fitzpatrick. As we know, what's funny about Ryan Fitzpatrick is at 38, would you say he's an ascending player? And he kind of he is, but you know, he's been a career backup and he's getting better. Whereas, you know, all respect to Alex, keeping respect on his name, Alex is not ascending. You know, we got better at quarterback. We found a future possible starter in a young quarterback in Taylor Heineke. So we are better today than we were, than the team that lost the Buccaneers. You know what I mean? And a heartbreaking loss, but they fought their asses off. We are better. William Jackson is a better corner than Darby. And I like Darby. Darby had a good season. You know, we can never put any dirt on his name. You know, I respect Ronald Darby. But William Jackson is better. You know, make no mistake about that. We got better at corner. I guess we are awaiting. I pulled for Reuben Foster. I think many of us pulled for Reuben, man. You know, but I guess we are awaiting at some point him to be released. I hope that's not true. I hope he can, you know, pull through. Something can happen. Something miraculous. I don't know. You know, we just know what we hear. Interesting that I don't project Mayo to be a starter. So it's looking like linebacker is going to be addressed in the draft. Okay. And the offensive line is going to be addressed. Although Larson is a backup, you know, Chase Roullier got that bag last year. We're good at center. Sheriff signed his franchise tag tender, so we're good there. Can they work out a long-term deal with Sheriff? It's just not looking good. What's up with those negotiations? You know, we know that the perception that I have is that it's got to be the injury bug with him, you know, because when he's in there, I don't know if I could say he's been dominant. He's been dominant pass blocking wise, run blocking wise. When he pulls and stuff, yes. But as far as like, you know, just I can get behind Sheriff and count on him to move his man. It kind of hasn't been like that. But at the same time, too, in our divisions, we've had some studs. You know, Fletcher Cox is no punk to go against. You know, and that's twice a year. Then you have the Giants have gone through a couple of different lines with him. And even now they got Big Cat, Leonard Williams, who got his bag. Hey, yo, the Giants have been making some solid moves throughout free agency. They've been making some solid moves. Now they got Galladay, you know, and they just signed Adoree Jackson at corner. They have Kyle Rudolph at tight end. So it's looking like they're trying to put some talent around Danny Dimes. And I think this division still is going to go to the best defensive team. And that's still us. Because it looks like the Cowboys are probably going to be able to put up points. You know, that was a good move for them keeping Dak. You know, CeeDee Lamb comes into his second year. You look for him, Gallup, and Amari to make plays and stuff. So I don't look for Dallas to have a good defense. It will be better, I believe, just on sound technique and all that, and on scheme and, you know, common sense type of stuff. That being stressed, they'll be better. but I don't know. I don't know. I have Dallas 7-9, 8-8ish still. What is Ezekiel now? He's obviously not a dominant running back anymore. And Pollard is just, it looks like Pollard is just a backup back. That's good enough. Some games, the offensive line has gone through some things. They've gone through some changes. A little long at the tooth. What's up with Tyron Smith? You know, his father time catching up with him. He, you know, when he is healthy, he's a difference maker at tackle. Zach Martin, when he's healthy, he is a premier guard in this league. You know, the Steelers, Faneca, and Zach Martin, I have are right there. You know, and I have Sheriff being that second tier kind of right guard. Sheriff makes Pro Bowls and all that. That's cool and stuff. But we need Sheriff to take the reins and be the best guard in the NFL. I believe Moses, who had a good year last year, you know, Moses had a real good year, a bounce back year, if you will. But we need that line on that side, on that right side, to be dominant. You know, on paper, it's a certain way, but in reality, run blocking wise, it's just okay. Now, the screen game, oh, yeah, that line is amazing in the screen game, you know, but we got to get back to the screens. Remember CT with screens? Oh, man, CT was so dope. CT was so dope. We need that kind of production. You know what I'm saying? I expect Fitzpatrick to get blitzed here and there. And I used to love when they would pop that screen on those blitzes. And there you have it. I expect some wide receiver bubble screens to Curtis and to Terry. All right, which should be good. You know, now all of a sudden, receiving core has good depth. Okay. You got Cam, who will probably be in 3 wide receiver sets. I don't know if Kelvin Harmon coming back from that ACL tear will be ready, especially by training camp. I know they'll probably say that, but we'll have to see because I hope no swelling and stuff comes in that knee. Now, speaking of knees, we need Bryce Love. I love the Lamar Miller signing because that's a pounder. That's what we needed, y'all. In case Gibson would ever get hurt, you need that pounder. You know what I'm saying? And even then, even with Gibson healthy, just that pounder. You know, I would like to see Gibson take the reins and be an every down back. I mean, as far as in every situation back. Like 3rd and 1, Gibson's in there. Gibson get this first down. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 for some years now. That's kind of been our Achilles heel. The 3rds and shorts, you know, consistently driving, consistently putting up points. Our points per game has pretty much gone down since the days of Cousins, Jackson. I'm saying D-Jax when I say Jackson. Pierre Garçon, you know, and then when Crowder came, you know, when Crowder was a rookie, CT, you know, we were dynamic offensively. You know, we were something to deal with. Just we didn't have any D. It was okay. We didn't have a defensive line. For years, we were looking for a defensive line. Now, in the rebuild, in the Washington rebuild, you would have to say there's certain check marks. Check defensive line. Check corner. Check mark has strong safety. We have 2. It remains to be seen how Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera will use Cam Curl and Landon Collins. Will Cam move to the free? You know, And Cam is a combo safety, whereas Landon Collins he's a strong safety. You know, more of a box player. But for all of us that were saying that we should put Landon Collins at linebacker, Landon Collins, I think, what did he tweet? That they haven't come to him with that. And no, we're not going to see that happen, more or less. I'm paraphrasing, but yes, indeed. It looks like we are free safety short. So we'll see what happens at free safety. We'll see if that gets addressed with the draft. We'll see if they put confidence in Jeremy Reeves. Okay? Because it looks like Aki doesn't want the job. What's up with Troy? Is Troy a free or is Troy a strong safety? That would be the third safety. You know, Aki did not finish the year strong. You would think by now Troy Apke would start. He has 4.3 speed, and it has been kind of hard watching him develop because you want that to translate into great range, but so far it has not. So you would think we need a free safety. 1, I think we have a free safety. 2, in Jeremy Reeves. DeShazer Everett, you know, not saying anything bad, but DeShazer Everett is a special teamer to me who can play. He, you know, but he's a backup. Okay, let's just be honest about that. He is a backup. You know, we're good with our top 3 corners. Now, the backups, it's like, you know, Fabian Moreau's gone. He's going to be gone, I guess. So I look for the draft us to have some corners. You know, probably corner number 5 and 6. I don't know. Is Danny Johnson your 4th corner, per se? So if he's your 4th corner, you need 5 and 6. You know what I'm saying? In case any of them get hurt. Now, if Moreland were to be hurt, would Fuller slide in that corner? Because, you know, he has slot corner experience. So I would imagine he would slide in. So in that scenario, you need a corner in the draft that's a certain size. You know, 6'1", I would say, and above. 6'1" and above, 4.3, 4.4 speed. You know, the defense still needs to continue to add speed and coverage ability at the linebacker. We're still getting killed at times by tight ends and backs. You know, Cole Holcomb had a great year to me. Not just a good year. Cole had a great year when he was in there. He was a difference on the defense. You know, it really took backs away. He took some tight ends away. I love how he hit that gap. You know, as Coach said, Riverboat Ron said, it might be the wrong gap, but he'll hit that gap. Okay. He continues to bully Ezekiel Elliott, which we love. But we need more linebackers. We need coverage linebackers, you know, preferably starters. What's up with Khaleke Hudson? I would like to see Khaleke Hudson take the weak side backer and hold that down for the next 7 to 10 years. He is that hybrid that you need at weak side linebacker. I think in today's game, you need to have the flexibility of if a back goes wide, I can put somebody like that on him. If a tight end splits out, you can put your linebacker / safety out there on him. You know, so I look for Khaleke Hudson to turn it up this offseason. I want him to take that weak side backer, the will position, man that. I would love defensive packages that have Curl and Collins on the field together. Okay. However way you do it, you can get creative with that. Because today, pretty much, people are in nickel. Y'all know that. Nickel and dime. Earlier in the season last year, I don't know what was going on with Moreland, but Cam Curl was the nickelback. So it was kind of like a big nickel. It's kind of what Jack went with. A big nickel where he had Bostic, because Cole got hurt. So it was like Bostic and KPL, Kevin Pierre Lewis. It was them two manning it down, and then that kind of, week one, Goddard was killing us. For once, Zach Ertz wasn't killing us, but Goddard was killing us at first. And then they kind of settled that down, and we came back and won from 17-0 and all that. Then, other week, Everett of the Rams killed us that game. Killed us. And as you know, the Rams kind of were lining him up at full back and tight end, and he's coming out and in motion and all that. That was killing us. All right. So I would like to see now you have that flexibility where you can put Curl. I want Hudson, like I said. So my package will look like this. Of course, the 4 linemen, Young, Sweat, Allen and Payne, Cole Holcomb. That's 5. And then it would be Hudson 6, Curl 7, Collins 8, and then your 3 corners. So Landon Collins wouldn't necessarily be converting to linebacker, but he would be playing up, is how I would do it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you kill that, because like I said, I'm going with in that scenario, that's Curl at free. All right. So cool. Now, in a defense where there is a free, I guess you have to go with Curl as your center fielder. And you bring Landon up. So like a 4-3, a one high safety. I would like to see if Landon could be the one high, because we know Curl could be a one high and Landon come down. But like I said, I want KRe8 to take the weak side backer, because the one position that needs to get filled, and this is where mock drafts are saying Zaven Collins. Okay. The one position right now is the strong side backer, the Sam. We don't have a Sam right now, this day. Are they going to re-sign Michael Kendricks? Are we going to draft a Sam? That's where the Landon Collins thing was coming in. Are you going to continue to play Curl or Landon Collins at that position, kind of like a nickel inside linebacker per se? How are you going to address that? That remains to be seen. I would like to see what skill set would I say for my Sam? Really, Zaven Collins. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'4", 260? That would be a great pick for us. He's versatile. He can cover. Now that 4'8", that's concerning. Please be sure to hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to KRe8, KEV, KRe, and then the number 8. Subscribe, y'all. Hell Talk has come to YouTube now. I want to thank all the people, on our Washington football team group chats. I'm still gonna be doing my thing on there, y'all. But y'all really encouraged me to do this. You know what's funny is I've been sitting on this webcam for a while. I've been sitting on this laptop. I even have a green screen, all that stuff. So that stuff is coming. It's just a matter of implementing it. I do have fun on the book, you know, interacting with you all. That's the thing that just us chopping it up. So prayerfully we can go ahead and translate that on over to YouTube. Y'all bring the energy and stuff. You know, my projection of our team right now before the draft and before free agency finishes, I have us as a 9-7, 10-16. You know, right now. Now, there are some things that can happen that can make this better. So that's where the ifs come in. If the defense becomes dominant in Chase Young's second year, barring any major injury, and this team with Ryan Fitzpatrick is able to put up 27 a game, you have a dominant team in this league. Okay. With the first place schedule, I'm saying this too. You know, I know this team was 7-9 last year. But I think this team is ascending. I look for Antonio Gibson to be better in year 2. I look for Terry McLaurin with Curtis Samuel to be better in his year 3. I look for Curtis Samuel to be better as a receiver. You know, last year he had a career year for himself. I look for him now being given the bag. Well, he earned the bag, not given. Him earning the bag, I think it's going to take his confidence through the roof. He's a certain kind of player, man. He's a playmaker. And you put that playmaker with another playmaker in McLaurin, I think they're just going to make each other better. They're already friends. I look for Logan Thomas in what would be year 3 for him at tight end to get better. You know, especially with a Fitzpatrick passing the ball. You know, that intermediate, that pass is going to be there. That seam is going to be there. It's going to be open. Fitzpatrick does work those tight ends too on you. You know, so I look for Logan just to be better. Look for McKissick to be better. You know, at least give you the same production out of the backfield. McKissick's a problem now. You know what I'm saying? I think Scott has something going. And I think the skill set of CMC started that, because CMC, he's a football player, but coming into the league, it was said that CMC could be a slot receiver. You know, his father, Ed McCaffrey, was a receiver. So, you know, I think he's found something. When I say he, Scott Turner has found something in this this wide receiver / running back, and flip that around, running back / wide receiver thing. I believe that is the future of the league. Remember, the term flanker was really like somebody that could run the ball as well, because you have your quarterback, who was a back before the forward pass was legal. Quarterback is a runner. You had your halfback, your fullback. That's 3 runners. And then you had your flanker, who also was a runner. So football has kind of gone back to that in modern day terms. Even though it's a passing league, you kind of still can get that flip pass, which kind of looks like a jet sweep, but it's going forward when they flip the ball to, you know, that receiver coming in motion. I think defenses are starting to have problems, because even your Deebo Samuels, these are big receivers. He's a big physical receiver that can become a runner. I think that is the future of the league. So, because if you look at the skill set of a Gibson, You got a problem with a man 230 something pounds running a 4.3 and can take a jet, okay? Or you can fake a jet and give it to him. That play was giving people fits when McKissick would come in motion, because this is a receiver now. This is a receiver that can line up at running back. So that had to be respected. And if you notice in your Dallas highlights, those are his big runs. When McKissick comes in motion, as if he's going to get the jet, which is an option, and then they give it to Gibson, and Gibson just takes off and finds holes, okay? So I look for Curtis Samuel to be doing these kind of things and all that, because Curtis Samuel is that same skill set, a wide receiver / running back, okay? So you've got some weapons to deal with now, all right, between McKissick, Gibson, and Samuel. All right. Mind you, you have to defend McLaurin. So it's taking pressure off of him. And you got Logan Thomas. Now you just need somebody else to emerge. All right. Now, also, let's say you have Steve Sims in there, and you got Samuel and Terry McLaurin. And then you have one of the backs, or if not both of the backs. You know, Steve Sims has a certain kind of skill set himself. He can take a jet. All right. He's shifty and all that. So, yes, indeed. I'm happy for our Washington football team. Y'all see the banner, you know what I mean, behind me. So I just want to keep this brief. But yes, Hell Talk has moved to YouTube as well. Peace and blessings, family. And I'm going to get up out of here. You know what I mean? Deuces.